Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mitt podcast, episode number 148. And in this segment, we're going to be talking about the power of rebranding and how to consciously and intentionally track the right people and success into our life. And also revisit and analyze why we've already attracted certain people and outcomes so we can learn from it and grow. By the end of this episode, you're going to change the way you think about why you do what you do, say what you do, post what you do, and even think about what you do in an everyday basis. And real quick, I want to give you two resources. Number one is I put together a 5-hour business mastery, completely free course for business owners and entrepreneurs. If you'd like it, click the link below. All you need is an email to access it. And second, I have a Inner Circle mentorship group for startup founders and business owners. If you guys would like to apply, click grantmittconsulting.com below, book a quick call. We'll see if it's a good fit. So let's talk about rebranding. Your brand is what people say about you when you're not there. It's the associations and the feelings that come with your logo, your name, and who you are as a person. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and I want you to answer either out loud or in your mind what you associate with these brands. Nike. Think about athletes, sportswear, champions. Just do it. LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay, next. What do you think about when I say Apple? Do you think of a red apple or do you think of Apple computers? Do you think about an iPhone? Do you think about a Mac? Do you think about Steve Jobs? Do you think about high-end tech? What about McDonald's? What do you associate and think about for McDonald's? Fast food, the Big Mac, Ronald McDonald. Maybe it reminds you of your childhood. Each one of these brands have a certain aesthetic and feeling. Let's think about one other one. Rolex. You think luxury. You think wealth. You think success. Each one of these brands tells a story and creates an emotion. And each one has different associations. We as humans view each different person, company, country, or group in a different light. I want to give you guys 6 questions to ask yourself. These would be great to write down either in the notes of your phone, or if you have a piece of paper right now, you can write down or just answer and think about these questions in your mind. The first one is, what are you for? Right? Is it a political stance? Is it a social issue? Is it for having high integrity? Is it for being a good person? Do you have a religious view? Like, what hill do you want to stand on? What do you fully 100% believe? Okay, 2, what are you against? What are your non-negotiables? Right? Number 3, what do you associate with? Okay, I'll give you an example. If you are doing yoga or Pilates, or you work out 5 to 6 times per week, you post it all over social media, the bulk of your friend group are people that also do the same. People are going to associate you with being a health-focused person. If you're a person that parties and drinks a lot 4 to 5 times a week, and most of your friends also do the same, your associations and your reputation is going to be that you likely drink and party a lot. The reason why this is so important is because it attracts certain types of people and circumstances into your life. Certain things happen more when you're out drinking with friends 5 times a week than if you're in a nice gym or a Pilates or workout studio of some sort. Could bad things happen in both? Sure. But the odds and the outcomes are different in each one. This doesn't mean that you need to do one 100% and the other 0. It just means we have to think about, why are we doing what we are doing and what outcomes and people are we attracting because of these decisions. Okay, number 4, who do you associate with? Nothing changes a reputation faster than who you choose to surround yourself with. You could be the best person ever, high integrity, successful, strong moral character. But the second you start surrounding yourself with people who have the opposite personality, they don't have high integrity, they're not great people, the problem is you will start being perceived in their light. You run with dogs, you're going to catch fleas. If you hang out with 4 millionaires, you're going to be the 5th. If you hang out with 4 people who are in relationships, you're probably going to become the 5th. We have to be so careful and guard the doors of our lives to make sure the people that enter it are the people we truly want to be around. What's cool about this is not every person needs to have the same personality, career, or background. You can know a lot of different people for different reasons, but we want to be consistent on, are these the types of people you want to continue to attract into your life? Number 5, who do you want to attract? What is the ideal type of person that you want to bring into your life? Separate this into 3 different sections. The first one being, what type of friends do you want to attract? And what qualities do they have? What are your non-negotiables? What are things that you would love for them to have? And the second portion, you could talk about your relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, spouse, whatever the case is, and say, what qualities do you want in an ideal spouse? And then third, people that you work with, work for, or they work for you. What type of coworkers, business partners, and people that you work with, what personality traits do they have, and what non-negotiables do you want to stick with? On all of these things, there are 2 key portions. For all of these questions, there's 2 reasons why they're so important. The first one is you cannot improve something that you first don't admit and diagnose. So you have to diagnose it to assess if you are getting the right results from your current way of living. And then the second thing is you can't truly go out and attract or find something that you don't know what you're looking for. If you don't know and write down all the details of the woman that you want to attract, or the man that you want to attract, or the friends you want to attract, you're going to end up with a lot of random people, and you may get lucky, but it's going to be so sporadic that you're going to have a lot of leaks. You're going to have a lot of wrong people that enter your life because we just weren't paying close enough attention. Number 6, maybe the most important question: what attracts these people? The best way to look at this is go find on, let's say, social media, or maybe someone that you do know that is a perfect fit. Let's say you have 10, 15 friends, and one of them is just the cream of the crop, better than the rest. Ask yourself the question, what attracts that person? Who do they like to spend time with? Where do they like to go? What do they like to do? What are their habits that set them apart from other people? And if we're not doing those things, or at least something very similar, then even if you're the nicest person ever, it's going to be difficult to attract that specific type of person into your life. And most importantly, retain them and build a long-term, strong, healthy relationship in any capacity. Realize that the way that you dress, who you surround yourself with, and where do you go, and what things are you passionate about, and what are you for and what are you against, are all slowly attracting different circumstances and people into your lives. And the more that we just simply think about it, plan it, the more that we're going to attract better circumstances. You know, one of the most underrated things that almost no one talks about is the power of an aesthetic. Every celebrity, every brand, every company has an aesthetic. They have a certain look that draws in certain types of people. A great question to ask is, what is your aesthetic? What clothes do you wear? Where do you go? Who are you around? And then maybe even have a conversation with an AI model and say, hey, these are the things that I do now. This is where I go. This is who I'm around. This is how I dress. What types of people would this attract? And then tell ChatGPT or one of the AIs, say, hey, I want to attract this type of person in these type of results. How do I need to change my look, my brand, and my aesthetic to bring the right people that are truly good for your life, your family, and the things that you want to do in this world? And you'll get a whole different perspective, or maybe just a minor couple changes that can really alter your life. I was talking to one of my good friends. She had moved to the East Coast, lived in New York. I moved to Dallas from Austin, and I was talking to her about how it's really fun but different to be in a new city where you don't really know anyone yet, minus a few people. And I was telling her that I've learned from when I moved to Austin, when I lived in New York and LA and all these places, that you really only need 1 to 3 really quality friends to meet an entire network of incredible people. Because if you know 1 to 3 people who have a great reputation, have a great personality, are fun to be around, are successful, then just y'all together is going to attract so many other people who are very similar to that profile. And the last point is that our year is not going to suddenly become incredible unless we make a focused change. Small changes cause a butterfly effect in every area. Think about it. You could go out and spend $500, $1,000 on a brand new wardrobe. You fix up your house, you keep your car clean, you start working out 5 days a week, and you're consistent. Nothing may happen for 3 months, but on the third month in one day, you meet someone at the gym that runs a business. Y'all become friends that introduce you to this person and this person and this person. And then suddenly y'all are all out having drinks 8 months from now at a random bar that's one of the nicest ones in the city that you live in. You're starting to make more money, you're becoming more successful, you have a better mindset, you're more confident. And then suddenly, someone says, hey, have you met this person? It ends up becoming your future husband or wife. Next thing you know, you get married, you have kids. Then one of the people that you met, suddenly y'all end up investing in this business together. And another 3 years down the line, you're suddenly worth $50+ million and your entire life is changed. And all of it started with spending $500 on clothes, keeping your car clean, and going to work out 5 times a week because randomly, on a random day of the week, you decided to listen to this podcast. Every small decision is changing your lives and the people's lives around it. My message is be intentional about it so you can get what you want out of life instead of getting the leftovers. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Like I said, if you guys want that free business training, click the link below. And if you guys are looking for mentorship and guidance as an entrepreneur, book a quick call at graham@consulting.com. Be sure to leave a review, share with a friend, but most importantly, win the day and win the week. I'm rooting for all of you guys, and I'll see you guys again for the next episodes as well as the daily affirmations. Thanks, guys. Have an incredible week.